Hi, I'm Dana from Be Mind Body Fitness, and by the end of this 30-minute session, you are going to have a really good understanding about the general principles of Pilates and some nice basic exercises that you can really do anywhere to help you start to build core strength and improve your flexibility, your range of motion, and your overall function of your spine. So, coming down to the ground, and all of these exercises are going to be very basic and beginner. I will show you different options for things, but it's really important that you master one skill before moving on to the next. So lying down on your back with your feet about hip width apart, and your back is just all stretched out here. So the first thing we're going to go over are pelvic tilts. You're just lifting your pelvis off of the ground and lowering it back down, peeling it up and lowering it down. So as you do this, as you peel up, you should think about 1, engaging your upper abdominals, 2, relaxing your lower back, and 3, the breath. So inhaling as much as you can, and on your exhale, that's when you peel your pelvis up and you blow all of the air out of your lungs. Again, lower the pelvis down and lift back up. And it may not seem like you're doing a whole heck of a lot to start with, but you are waking up the deepest core muscles of your body. You're helping to unlock your pelvis, which in turn will create better function of your spine. One more time, peel up and hold, and lower it down. The next thing is the Pilates C-curve, and that comes from the upper spine. So begin by reaching your hands up to the sky, and on your exhale, you are lifting up to the very tips of your shoulder blades, reaching your fingers towards your heels. Breathing in, lowering your head down, and exhaling, lift back up, reaching towards the heels every time. Full inhale through the nose. Exhaling all of the air out, making sure that you're lifting from your strong abs instead of your neck. One more time, deep breath in, and lift back up. Oftentimes the neck feels tight here, and it may feel a little bit weak and hard to hold the head up. So if that's the case, begin here. You'll lift through the head, neck, and shoulders, stacking palm on palm behind your head and lowering back down with control. Again, deep breath in. Exhaling, lift up tips of the shoulder blades and lower back down. And that's a great exercise to work on all of the time to help build better mobility through the thoracic spine and trying to strengthen the upper abs by relaxing the neck every time you lift. Next up, we'll stretch the legs out straight and just take a nice full body stretch, reaching your arms out of your shoulders and your legs out of your hips. Length and opposition. We talk about that a lot in Pilates. So just think about stretching your body from the center out. A nice two-way stretch, reaching your arms out of your shoulders and your legs out of your hips. All right, arms come back down by your sides, bending your knees again. This time you think about pushing all 4 corners of your feet into the ground. And as you do a pelvic tilt like we did before, you'll do the same thing, coordinating your breath with your movement, but continue to peel all the way up into what's called a bridge. And rolling back down 1 vertebra at a time. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, and slowly peeling your spine up as you exhale, opening up the front of your body. In my opinion, bridging is really the #1 exercise that you can do for your body. It helps to increase the flexibility in your spine. It helps to strengthen the whole posterior chain of your body. And of course, it strengthens your abdominals. One more time, deep breath in through your nose. Lots of control, coordination, flow. Exhaling all of the air out and rolling back down. So taking this time to just wrap your head around these basic principles of Pilates, and as we get into the more advanced exercises, it's important that you always incorporate these principles. The next exercise is a core stabilizer, core activator. So begin with your knees up, right over your hips, and feet together. So it's a tabletop position. Hands are on your thighs. You'll take a full breath in through your nose. And on your exhale, press. Press your hands into your thighs and thighs into your hands. And as you do that, you should feel the deepest core muscles of your body engage. Relax. Again, breathing in through your nose. And fully blowing all of the air out as you press, 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 feeling your abs contract. Blow all of the air out. One more time, full inhale. And a full exhale, stabilizing the core, pressing your tailbone down, pressing your back ribs down, deeply activating the deepest muscles of your body. And relax. Knee folds, arms are long by your sides. Keeping your knee in this 90-degree angle, keeping your leg in this 90-degree angle, you'll tap your toes down and lift back up. Alternating, tap, lift, tap, lift. The goal is to move your legs freely from the rest of your body. So your hips stay still, your tailbone stays down, and we're just opening this crease here between the pelvis and the femur bones. Hold it and hug your knees in. So when this is new, it's like shock to your body, and your form might not last very long. It's more important to have proper form and do a few repetitions really well than do 10 or 20 repetitions in a messy way. So honor your body, and when your form starts to suffer, take a break. All right, let's go back to the ab activator. Toes together, knees open about hip width apart, hands to your thighs, full inhale through your nose. Pressing your back ribs down, pressing your tailbone down, pushing hands into legs and vice versa. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling until you can't exhale anymore. And relax. This time, same thing. On your slow exhale, go ahead and lift through your head, neck, and shoulders using that same opposition, feeling a better shoulder, scapula to rib connection. Shoulders going down the back. And relax down. Deep inhale through your nose. And again, press, press and hold, pulling your belly button in. If your head is up, you're all the way up on the tips of the shoulder blades. And relax down, hugging your knees into your chest. Taking your arms out to the sides, take a twist. So dropping the knees over to the right, looking to your left, looking down the length of your left arm. Back in the center, deep breath in. And over to the other side, always looking down the length of the opposite arm. When your spine is supple and healthy, everything else just falls into place. So when your spine is stiff, if you're sitting a lot, it's important that you ease into these stretches so that you don't overdo it. You don't have to bring your knees all the way down. Look down the length of the opposite arm. And one more time, take the knees up and over to the other side, looking down the length of your arm, relaxing your shoulders. You should feel a nice rotation right through the middle of your back and down the side. Back in the center. And just roll yourself up to seated. All right, coming up to the hands and knees. So your hands are directly under your shoulders and your knees are directly under your hips. Perfect alignment and form. Eyes forward, taking a full breath in. On your exhale, come into a cat stretch. So opening up your neck, your upper back, your middle back, tailbone tucks under, and then flatten back out. Tailbone, middle back, head comes out. You'll take another deep breath. And again, opening up the neck, the upper back, the middle back, tailbone tucks, abdominals are drawn in. And flatten back out. Extending the right arm, bring it all the way up in line with your ear, thumbs up, fingers reaching away, and extend the opposite leg. So left leg lengthens out long. Tapping down and lifting up, lower and lift. So I said earlier that bridging is the #1 exercise for your body. This, again in my opinion, is #2. This helps to bring alignment back into your spine. Hold it out, opposite arm and leg, reaching wall to wall, reaching out through the crown of your head all the way down through your tailbone. And place them down. Relaxing through the shoulders, and give yourself a little body scan now and then and just notice where your body likes to hold on to tension. Try to relax through your lower back and instead draw the abdominals in. Extend your left arm all the way up in line with your ear, thumbs up, and your right leg. Fingers and toes, again, reaching in opposition. And your hips are squared up. So that means that your right hip is not rotated out to the side at all. Both hip bones point straight down. Fingers and toes reaching, tap and lift. Lower and lift. Full consistent breathing through the nose. Full inhale through the nose, full exhale out the nose. And 2. And 1. Hold that stretch. Place them down and come all the way down onto the mat. All right, so we've already moved the spine in flexion and rotation. This is spinal extension, coming into swan. Ideally, our feet are together and we don't even have 2 legs anymore. We have 1 long tail. However, if that does not feel nice in your lower back, if you have tightness there, you might be better off opening your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Pushing your pubic bone down, keeping the lower back open. Your fingertips are now right underneath your armpits. We're rolling the shoulders down and away from the ears, taking a full breath, lifting through the crown of your head on your exhale, and lowering back down. Inhaling a lot. Imagine you are rolling a little marble away with your nose and gently lifting through the crown of the head, lifting your chest, keeping the length in the back of your neck, and lowering yourself down. So a common error would be this: lifting from the neck, shortening the neck, and not really moving from the thoracic spine or the abdominals. So instead, keep the back of the neck open and lift as one long unit. And lower back down. All right, and anytime we do spinal extension, we should complement that with flexion. So back up to the hands and knees, open up your lower back by rounding, and then just gently sit back towards your heels. You can even open your knees more so that you can bring your chest closer to the ground. Stretch your fingers away. Relax your head down and just stay here for a couple really, really deep breaths. In through your nose. Slow exhale. And come on up. Okay, so those were just some basic warm-up exercises. The full, true classical Pilates mat series of exercises is set up in such a way that each exercise prepares your body for the next. So we are going to get into that order of exercises now, beginning with a popular Pilates warm-up exercise called the 100. And it's called the 100 because you're doing 100 breaths. You're inhaling for 5, and you're exhaling for 5 counts every single time, and you do that 10 times, hence 100. So begin by lying on your back, just as we were before, with the knees bent and the feet flat on the ground. Breathe in, reach your hands up to the sky, keeping your tailbone down in a nice neutral pelvis position, so not tilting. Reach your fingers towards your feet and begin pumping your arms as you inhale for 5 and you exhale for 5. Inhale and exhale, exhale, exhale. 30. Option would be knees up in tabletop. Another option would be extending the legs all the way out, which is a little more difficult to isolate the lower body in this position. 2 more deep breaths in. With each exhale, pull your belly button in a little bit more. And relax down, hugging your knees into your chest. Now that exercise does take some time to build up the endurance in your neck. So always feel free to keep your head down if that is better when you're performing that exercise. Roll on up to seated and extend your legs out in front for a modified roll up and roll down, roll back. Reaching your arms out, sitting up really tall. Take a full breath in and roll your pelvis. Your pelvis rolls under like a wheel and restack. Okay, so our brains want to initiate the movement from the upper back. We don't want to do that. We're trying to unlock the pelvis. So roll it under and restack. And just practicing this is so good for your body. Unlocking the pelvis so that you can really engage your deep core muscles. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. And breathe back in. An option would be here. Knees bent, holding onto the back of the thighs, rolling the pelvis under, and straightening it back out. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale, straightening out. Tucking, tucking, and stacking. So stay with one of those options, or the full roll-up is here. Pull into the center line of your body by pulling your heels together, sitting up nice and tall, arms reach out long, full breath in, and roll back, bone by bone by bone. Breathing in, reaching your hands up to the sky as you exhale, chin to chest, rounding, rounding, rounding. Do that again, rolling back, slowly, smoothly, with control. And right back up. This can be difficult if your middle of your back, your thoracic spine is tight. So another option would be to work here in the bottom half and just reach up to the tips of your shoulder blades and lower back down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Use the breath, blow all of the air out. And inhale, lower back down. One more time. And lower, I'm going up to the full version again, all the way up, round, round, round. And restack the spine. And let's bring a little twist in here. So arms out to the sides, reaching your fingertips wall to wall. If your hip flexors feel tight or the back of your legs feel tight, bend the knees a bit. That will help you to get your back straighter. Double twist right, double twist left. Twisting through the middle of the back. And there's no movement from your belly button down. One more each way. And hold it. Arms out in front, full breath in, and roll yourself all the way down. Relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders down into the ground. This is called a one-leg circle. Extend your right leg up to the sky. If you don't have the availability in your hamstrings to straighten your leg, you will keep your knees soft. Your left foot is flexed and your right foot is pointed. So it's as if you're standing on the ground. Our hips are even, the lower back is even. We cross over towards the left and circle it around. Cross, around, cross, around. The goal is to stay incredibly stable through your hips, your spine, your ribs, your shoulders. Only the leg moves. And your abs are doing the work to keep everything else still. Hold, and then we reverse. And it looks like a backwards D. You go down and then sweep across your body. Now you may have seen this exercise done before in videos, and you'll see the circles being done really big, which is okay. However, the hips are going to start to lift. So if your goal is just to unlock the hips and work out the stickiness, then go ahead and make it really big. If your goal is to really strengthen and stabilize your core, make it smaller. Hold here and just give yourself a little rest. Hug your knee into your chest. Take a full breath, and let's take the knee now outside towards your armpit. This should feel nice in your lower back. Release. Get your lower back all stretched out, your spine even on both sides, arms long by your sides, and extend your left leg up. Flex your right foot, point the left with the leg screwed into the hip joint. And again, feel free to keep the knee soft if that feels better in your body. Go across towards your right and circle it around. Across, around. It helps. Here's a little trick. If you take your thumbs to your ribs and your middle fingers towards your hip bones, all of these bones should feel completely still. They are not rocking. Cross and around. 2, 1, hold. And now reverse. Down and across. It looks like a big D. Stretch down, circle around. Keeping the hips still, keeping the chest open, your shoulders relaxed, your throat relaxed. And 1. Hug your knee in, pull in towards your chest. Taking a full breath, take it outside of your chest, right towards your armpit. Pull in, feel it in the low back. And bring both knees in, rolling yourself up. Next up is roll like a ball. So the goal is to maintain our shape in space as we rock up and down. It helps to build a lot of core and spine strength, and it helps us to stabilize the pelvis, which builds lower ab strength. So step 1, we'll be in a big ball position, holding on to the back of your legs, pushing, using opposition, pushing hands into legs and vice versa. Roll back to roll up, staying rounded at all times. Roll back and roll up. It's like a massage for the spine. Shoulders are soft. Roll down to the shoulder blades and right back up. One more time. And hold. Setting up for the ab 5 series. Left leg stretches out, right knee is bent. We've got the right hand at the ankle, left hand guiding the knee towards the nose, rolling down to the tips of the shoulder blades, shoulders down the back, connecting your instep to your inner thigh. An option would be here, head down, arms by your sides, switch legs, and switch, and switch, and switch. Or head is up. A little faster. Pull and reach. Let's go. Right and left. Guiding the knee to the nose. Shoot the leg out long. Shoot it out like an arrow. 8, 7, 6, 5. Right into the nose. 3, Both knees in. This is double leg stretch. Inhale, arms and legs go out. Arms are in front of your ears. Circle the arms, hug the knees in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, around. Open the front of your body and then compress your lungs. Inhale and exhale. 1, hold, scissors, lift, pull, pull, pull. Curl the upper body up a little bit more. Lift towards your ankle. Belly button is pulled in towards your spine. For 2 and 1, hold. Lower your head down. Double leg, lower and lift. Let's start here. Hands tucked under the hips for a little extra support. Heels are together, pulling into the center line of your body. This is Pilates stance. Lower, 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 and lift. 3, 2, 1, lift. The legs are moving, the spine is not. So if you find your back arching, make it smaller. Use your seat as you go down. Use your abs as you go up. Or your palm on palm at the base of your skull, up to your C curve for 2 more. And 1 more. And hold. Hug your knees in, take a little rest. The last exercise in the ab 5 series is crisscross. Palm on palm behind your head, lift up to the tips of the shoulder blades, opposite elbow to knee. Outside elbow taps the ground. And can you follow the elbow with your eyes? Center and switch, big twist. Switch, switch, twist. 7, 6, 5, go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Alrighty, roll up to seated. Spine stretch forward. So, this is a great exercise to actually do sitting right up against a wall. It feels so good to do after a long day of sitting, after a long car ride. If your back feels tight, you can always find a wall to sit up against. So begin with your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Arms are reaching out in front. Breathe in, sitting up really tall into our imaginary wall. On your exhale, take your chin to your chest, open up your neck, your upper back, your middle back. Your lower back is pressing into the imaginary wall, and you restack your spine from the bottom to the middle to the top. Deep inhale, and again, slow exhale. The more you reach with your fingertips, the more you draw your belly button in, and restack, stack, stack. Deep breath in, one more time. Chin towards your chest, stretch forward, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. And roll back up. Grab your legs down towards your ankles and drag them in. This is called open leg rocker prep. And it's a similar shape and space to roll like a ball. Pelvis is rolled under a little bit. Chest is open so that you're not sitting up too tall on your tailbone and arching your lower back and popping out the ribs. It's the opposite. So ribs stay pulled in, lower back is open. Alternate extending your legs out. Reach and lower. Keep your chest open, keep your shoulders relaxed. One of the many benefits of Pilates is that it teaches you where your specific weaknesses or imbalances are so that you can do corrective movements to fix them, so that your body functions better. Hold it out. You can be here, 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 maybe holding on to the back of the legs, towards the ankles. And bring your heels together. Slowly roll yourself down. with your arms long by your sides for corkscrew. So we draw a circle in one direction and pause. Reverse. Circle the legs around and pause. Your circle is being drawn on the ceiling. Unlock your hips, unlock your lower back. Relax through your shoulders, your jaw, your throat, your chest. And hold it. Roll up to seated and stretch your legs out long again. Saw. So saw is spine stretch forward, but with a twist. So it's as if you want to saw off your pinky with your baby toe, hence the name of the exercise. Pinch off your seat, sit up nice and tall. And again, if you want to bend your knees to get your spine straighter, please do so. Arms out to the sides, take a full breath, twist to your right. Sink down like you're going to saw off your pinky. Relax your shoulders down, turn your back palm up, arms reaching away from each other, and roll back up. Twist to the left, and sink, sink, sink. Relax the shoulders down. With more flow now, lift, twist, and reach, reach, reach. Breathe in, and breathe out, out, out. Again, lift, twist, and stretch. One more, twist and stretch. And hold. Coming down for swan. Similar to what you did in the warm-up. Your hands are directly under your shoulders. Legs are reaching out long. Stretch your legs out of the hips and then push your pubic bone down a bit to keep the lower back open. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. Take a full breath in and lift through the crown of your head. Shoulders melting down away from the ears and lower down with control. Deep breath in. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Lift through your crown. Let's add a nice neck stretch. Look right. Circle around on your chest and center. Now look left. Circle around, center, and lower yourself all the way down. Press up to your hands and knees and sit back towards your heels. Let's again round the lower back a little bit. Stretch your arms out, bringing your chest down, bringing your forehead down. Alrighty, bridging. Lie down. Feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart, hips are all splayed out, arms are stretched long by your sides. Slow bridge. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Opening up the front of your body. There are so many different variations of this exercise. The good old-fashioned basic one is always just fine. Roll yourself back down one bone at a time. Another full deep cleansing breath in through the nose and a slow exhale, opening up the front of your body, open up your hips. Abs are drawn in, ribs are knit together so we're not popping out and arching. Instead, we're shortening the space here in front between the ribs and the hips. So bring the hips towards the ribs. And slowly roll down. Here's another variation, and we're doing this one because it feels really good. Reach your arms overhead, stretch the arms out of the shoulders, and then relax the shoulders down. Palms are up, breathe in a lot, and exhale to peel yourself up. Open up the front of your body. And slowly roll down with control. Hug the knees in and roll up to seated. So we have visited all of the main principles of Pilates. Let's finish off here with one more wonderful movement for the spine. It's called mermaid. So you can be more splayed out here in the hips like so, or stack, whatever feels best in your body is where you should be. Reaching the arm up, reaching your left arm up as you hug your knees into the right for cueing purposes. This is a breathing exercise. So inhale, stretch over to the right. Exhale, arms out to the sides, open up your chest. Inhale, stretch out to the left. Exhale, pop up. Again, inhale, over, open, reach, and lift. One more time, over to the side. Arms out, deep breath in, and exhale to lift. Arms come up and over to the other side, or however you need to get there is fine. Same thing, feel free to splay out more or stack. Reach your right arm up, take a full breath in. Exhale, arms out, feels so good. Inhale, stretch over and pop back up with control. Grab the ankles so tall, reach to the sky. Inhale, over, open, reach, and lift. One more, over. Bend your spine, open, lengthen out, and lift up. Coming up to the hands and knees. Your spine should feel looser than it did before you began this little session. Full exhale round, and inhale. And even the most advanced Pilates students should revisit the Pilates principles on a regular basis. So this exercise, this workout routine is great for anyone, anytime. Enjoy.